So we're going to be talking more about patriarchy. But before we do, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about sort of the messaging on these topics. I'm assuming that you are at the stage of notoriety or ignominy, I guess, where you're generally kind of over being called like a shrew or a feminazi in the comments section. But how can we all do a better job of getting through to people who insist that, feminism is going too far or that, people are just trapped in a victim mentality? How do we get through to these folks?
Yeah, I think there's some people that we're just not gonna get through to, at the end of the day, at least not at this stage where they're at. So I'm really protective over myself, and I will block people. I will, delete comments when I need to. I have no problem doing that. I'm not here to give a platform to people that are stuck in their sexism and don't wanna learn and don't wanna hear anything. I think another is just uplifting the voices of other women and other really anyone that doesn't fall under the category of a cishet man, um, I think is a great way, just sharing those voices. Um, but yeah, in general, I'm not so interested in trying to change the minds of people who are not interested in listening at this point.
Hmm.
I'm here for people that are at least curious enough to quietly listen, even if they don't have anything encouraging or nice to say. If they can just sit back and maybe like approach what I have to say with some curiosity, that's enough for me. But if someone is already going to argue back against my basic human rights, I don't want to entertain that conversation anymore, you
Sure.
know?
Yeah, and just from a psychology standpoint, whether we're looking at like the trans theoretical model of change or motivational interviewing or any of these different frameworks, I think we can say very broadly that it's just not useful to argue with people who have no interest in being convinced. That
Right.
generally speaking, people dig their heels in much deeper when we try to have those conversations. So maybe that is your message, is to just let the idiots be idiots and to maybe talk to the people you can talk to.
100%. Every now and then, depending on what someone says, if there's like a little bit of an undertone of someone that's potentially almost there, but they're still trying to get out some last little sexist comments or whatever, I try to approach that with a little bit of compassion and understanding, like, "Hey, I get this. This is really hard for you to grasp. Let me
Mhm.
try to help you." And then if there's not a good response, you're done. I tried. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. But I don't think that everyone should do that. I think only what you have the personal patience and time for.